It's Saturday afternoon, my time, and I'm going to channel my spirit guides right now about what's next for me to learn. What are your thoughts on where I'm at right now? My Holy Spirit. Dear Kelly, your Holy Spirit is your higher self. Your higher self is your version of the Holy Spirit. Everybody has a Holy Spirit, and their higher self is their unique version of it. So your higher self is the one who's ultimately guiding you in all of these words. But you like to throw different names at it because there's separate intentions for you. So for the different intentions that you have, you like to call on different spirit guides because it sort of helps you keep track of the frequencies, because you don't have file folders in the astral. The file folders are the flavors that you give your intentions and the guides that you imagine that would help you. It's very Jungian. It's very archetypal. You're playing with archetypes of good and bad, of contrast. And you're having a dialogue about how those interactions make you feel. Some of it's scary and you want to avoid it, and some of it's exciting, and it's a whole drama, okay? And we're telling you to heal your vagus nerve by stretching, and you're not doing it. So here you're doing a little bit with your shoulders because you're breathing a little more and you're being conscious about your breath more, right? So that consciousness about your breath is bringing more oxygen to your shoulders, and it's making you go, oh wow. So it's bringing consciousness to these muscles that are being held in a regress state. When you hunch your shoulders over, you're going into the fetal position. So standing up straight, expressing confidence, tells your subconscious that you're a confident person. You can take on challenges. So the Holy Spirit is bringing you challenges because you're presenting confidence, like you can handle it. And the Holy Spirit's all right, let's go. We got a bunch of karma to take care of. I'm going to throw it at you one at a time and see what you can handle. And the more you stand up straight and you go, okay, I got that. Okay, I got that. Okay, I got that. And then we're guiding you. As we give it to you, we are pulling you through the veil as you listen to us and you work on these problems that you present to us through using our guidance. And our guidance is trying to slide in the consciousness practices that are going to lead you to your light body consciousness, which is in the fifth dimension, which is non-physical. And we're trying to tell you to pay attention to your body, but you just want to think about everything. You just want to explain everything with your third eye and your mind and logically prove it to all those men who've been mansplaining you and be like, see, I was right the whole time. Jeez. That's what you want, Kel. That's what we know. We know you're motivated by that. We know. So we're like, okay, we're going to give you a little, but then we're going to block the satisfaction of it because we don't want you to stop following that carrot. So we don't actually give you the whole carrot. We just keep teasing you with it. We give you a little bit of encouragement and then we stop it so that you can integrate into the anchor and the physical what you learned from that little bit that we taught you. So we're balancing out keeping you frustrated with encouraging you so that we keep your attention focused and you stay focused, but you don't spaz out. Okay, you move forward without falling back too much. This is the strategy that we're trying to do with as your Holy Spirit, as your higher self. We are whispering at you. You're deep in sleep, having a nightmare, and we are the voice that's awake, whispering at you what we think you need to hear. We're your mother. We're mothering you from the awakened consciousness to the sleeping consciousness. That's this voice. That's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the goddess veiled. The goddess is the mother. The mother is parenting the child, but the child is made an orphan. Okay? when the reptilians came to the planet and cut the mother off from the child, they created orphans. So it's an orphan planet. And what happens to an orphan who doesn't have their mother or father to protect and guide them? They become prostitutes, or they start to steal, or they get sick, or they become a slave. Okay, that's why Saint Eugene worked with orphans, because all of the friars, all of the monks and nuns pledged allegiance to the Pope because they were veiling the truth. They were all acting as a collective umbrella, cover protection for the truth. And not every nun knew the truth. It's only like the highest degree of the nuns. You know, it's like the top ranking ones would pass the information that needs to be kept super secret. It's at the top. So I just found out that I have a aunt, Sister Anne Martinick, and she was part of an order of nuns that were St. Francis nuns. I don't know. Order of St. Francis. I was like, oh, of course. Of course. So she was on my mom's side, my mom's aunt. So my grandma's sister. I don't know, I maybe met them once. I went, oh, this is a funny story. I went to Iowa for a family reunion and they were all camping. And I was like, cool, I got a tent. Like, I can totally camp. It would be so fun to go camping with my family. They were all camping in vehicles. Like, they had tents that came up on the back of their trucks or something, or they were towing things that they popped up, you know. There were thunderstorms and I had a tent on the ground with an infant. I had Malik, and Galia was like 5 and Malik was like a baby. And my mom was traveling with us. She got a hotel room. She's like, I don't know what you're doing, Kel. And I was like, it's going to be fun. I'm tent camping. I didn't look at the forecast. I was like 28, 29. When going to Iowa, there were thunderstorms in July or something, and I was like, oh, it was like raining in on all sides of the tent, and I was just huddling with Malik. Good thing I was like a co-sleeper, so I basically probably was up all night just trying to like snuggle with him. It wasn't cold, but it was wet, so you know, it wasn't great, but it was thunder and lightning and water all around my tent. I don't know. I'm built different. I don't know. Other people think I'm surprising. So, but it was fun. That's living. That's being alive, is like experiencing the extremes. That's really where the most fun is, I think, is like exploring the extremes of your fantasies in the physical. I love nature. I would, if I didn't have to like think about work, I think I would just be in the forest all the time studying survival skills, like studying, teaching, and training and with other people how to climb, how to start fires, how to whittle, how to set up tents and shelters. I was so jealous of the Boy Scouts. I did search and rescue in high school, and I was like, this is my highest joy, is just like surviving in the wild. So that's what I want to do. But you know, I want my kids to also fulfill whatever their dreams are. They don't want to do that, not yet, maybe someday, but they're not interested in that. I want them to be able to do what they want. So they need to have an education, they need to have resources, they need to have connections, they need to have whatever they need. And I didn't give them 90% of what they need. They don't know how to budget, they don't know how to clean. I mean, I'm gonna figure it all out this year, because it's in the back of my mind for 10 years. I'm like, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. But it was all too much. So now I'm like, nope, you gotta do it. There's nothing left now. You gotta do it, or you're not even gonna make it. That's how I feel. Get it done, or I sink. I have to budget, or I sink. I have to clean my house, or I sink. I have to have this immaculately running life in order to be a single mom of 4 kids with a business. I don't have time for error. I don't have room for error. I don't have room for other people's priorities. Okay. The sun just came through the clouds. It feels amazing. It feels amazing. Was that it? Was that it? Final words. Yeah. So you're thinking about prana, and we told you to do the breath work, and then we told you that it's going to move throughout your body and go into all your cells, and now your breath is making you want to open your chest and no longer go in fetal position all day long, but rather like, I am woman, hear me roar stature. And then you're like, okay, I do need to do more yoga, and this is a good start, but also I need to listen to those muscles. What are the dialogue and the story that my muscles have to tell me? The traumas that they need to express. I need to start listening. And that is definitely wisdom that came from the grandmothers a couple years ago, 3 years ago maybe. They said, I had a list of all these parenting strategies. It was like list of 10 things as like mothers to keep reminding ourselves there's good techniques, like eat the rainbow, you know. One of them was use more nonverbals. Use more nonverbals. And I think that's where mothers can do really well with their sons and their daughters too, because when you're speaking, you're staying in your left brain. You're actually staying in your masculine brain, I think. Okay, I'm not 100% sure about this. I'm downloading it, but I don't know if I have the accurate words to the energy. But here's the energy in metaphor. Is like, as long as women are talking what they're thinking, they feel satisfaction because they feel right. Their ego is like, see what I mean? I'm right. Logically, the kid's not hearing the mom at all. He's not receiving that. He's feeling like kind of attacked by you being right. Like, okay, you're right. Now I gotta go admit that I'm wrong and let you be right and do what I'm told, right? It's very demeaning to the child, the boy. This is what Riyadh is teaching me, my son. It's like, just the way your voice is talking. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch myself. I'm gonna have a camera in my house all the time so we can all watch ourselves get mad. Oh my god. You gotta stop getting mad like fast. Videotape yourself randomly, like without knowing you're being videotaped, and watch it. And that is like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna videotape my kids, and then I know they're gonna start videotaping me. It's gonna be family videotaping each other wars, but we're all gonna hold each other accountable for that behavior that shows up. And I'm gonna be like, see you guys, this is the ego that hides. But I'm trying to listen before I have to become humiliated or totally stressed out. I'm trying to listen to my kids and be like, why are you acting like this? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? And I'm bossy. I'm so bossy. So answer to that is more non-verbals. Don't respond. Let them have the last word. Sit next to them while they play their video games without talking, without giving advice, without complaining, without threatening to take it away if you have to watch it for one more second. Can you know how hard that is to sit and watch what my kids play? I get triggered. I have to leave. Otherwise, I have to take the game away, and I'm not ready to figure that out because it just starts this huge battle. I'm not strong enough for that battle. It's not a battle I'm willing to take on yet. I kind of want to tiptoe out of it. I don't know if that's even possible, but I'm just figuring it out. I'm playing around with it. I'm like, okay, is that my strategy? Is that my strategy? It's summer's coming. Right now, I got to establish safety. I need more adults. I can't do everything by myself. Okay. Yes, see, you're getting wrapped up in your mind, and you think your mind is going to sort through all your problems in a linear fashion. And we're like, no. You're like Sarah in the labyrinth when she just thinks it's the obvious straight. And the worm's like, no, there's one right there. And if she would have kept going that way, she'd have gone straight to the center of the castle. And instead, she just turns to the next obvious pathway. You know, it's like you have to shift your perception to see through the maze. And we're telling you, Kelly, that once you can start focusing on your posture, it'll be the last thing you do. We really want you to tell the whole story before you figure it out, because then you're going to go on to different things and building things. So we want to get the story out now while you're still like, I don't know what I'm doing. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Your shoulders have been hunched forward because of phones, because of computers, but that's not the story they want to tell you. They have something to tell you about your true self. But in order to hear it, you have to stop thinking of yourself as a victim who's being overwhelmed, and that's why your shoulders go down, and then you have to work extra hard to like undo that. Instead, okay, hang on. Instead, take a deep breath. Allow in some compassion. Invite in some unconditional love of some kind. Okay. And listen for a minute. What would unconditional love say about my tense shoulders right now? And I'm just listening to my shoulders, and I'm imagining the tension melting away. We don't have to hold this phone, and I can't really do it the way I would want to do it. I have to hold the phone, so it's not comfortable. But they're like, it's okay. It's okay. This is the obstacle that you're working with. But having the phone also motivates you to do this in the first place. So, allow the imperfections, because sometimes they're actually the most the part that actually gets people's attention is the part that was imperfect. Because if it was perfectly as you planned, it would probably look a lot like something else you've seen. But if you let the wind take you in your own unique direction without fighting it, you might discover new territory. That's what we want you to do. We want you guys to discover new territory consciously, and we're telling you that you've been under mind control so that you stay focused on problems and conflict and struggle and lack and survival, and that it's put you in sort of a cave, in a fetal position. You're not free. You're living, it's a dream, so it looks real, but you're not really free. So first, we're going to prepare you to brace yourself. We're bracing you, preparing you for the information that you've been made into a slave. That's not going to be fun to hear. So we had to kind of like allow the negativity to beat away at you so that you got significantly frustrated enough to be willing to hear the uncomfortable truth, the inconvenient truth, that you've been a slave. You live on a slavery planet. You've been an orphan. You're an orphan. All right. So it hurts to hear that, and it's sad, and it's traumatizing, and we're trying to avoid all the trauma. And then we're going to tell you that actually a lot of the work has already been done to heal from this slavery planet. All we need you to do now is allow your mother to take care of you, and your mother is the Holy Spirit. She's with you all the time. And whatever problem comes up, instead of feeling like you have to deal with it a certain way, we're going to show you slowly that you are healing your karma enough to hear this message. You have to have healed your karma to a certain degree, or you're a troll and you have no idea what I'm talking about. So once you've healed your karma to a certain degree, you get on a service to others path where you just find joy in helping. You find joy in being healthy. You find joy in expansion. You find joy in the bliss of just being physical, because you're so grateful for the fact that you were born on this planet that you find joy in experiencing physical reality on this planet. And nothing can distract you, because that's who you are and what you stand for. Anyway, so we're gonna slowly show you that your true worth and your true value and your true identity and the blueprint that is heaven on earth is within you. And we're going to help you find it by showing you how innocent you are and how much we're trying to take care of you. We're trying to love you. We're trying to provide for you, but you've been pushing it away because of the programming and the veils of separation. But it's time to celebrate right now. Wow, that sun, you are coming down. Oh my, thank you. Wow. Are you ready for magic? We're trying to get ready for magic, and we're gonna. You don't know how to even get ready. You don't even know how to get ready for it. So, take your shoes off. This is a multidimensional path teaching. It's multidimensional. You've got to get outside. You can't do multidimensional in your living room. You can try to manifest it. You can visualize it, but you got to get to the forest eventually. All right, Kel. And next step, pranic breathing. Feel the oxygen at the tips of your nervous system. At the very end, the dendrites at the very tip of your fingers and skin and everything. Think goosebumps. We want you to feel as much as you can the prana extending all the way into goosebumps all over your body. In whatever way you want to incorporate that into your meditation, we want you to bring consciousness to every single inch of your body. That's how you become fully human. You're conscious of every cell of your body. Go ahead and argue with us. You can't be conscious of every cell. That's not the point. The point is to try. Okay? Find out what happens when you just try. Stop arguing. Sound like my kid. Much love.